Everybody, welcome back to the Quantum Show. I know I'm running very late tonight, but had good reasons. Went to a convention, and I'm not going to do like first hour and then the rest of it. I'm just going to go. I might go 1 hour, I might go two, I don't know. But had went to Indianapolis, and it's a long drive from here, 4.5 hours drive one way, and went up there, and that's how I came to create the non-human report, because I saw some. Nobody wants to believe me, but it's the same feeling I had when I met the pagan witch girl in the mountains. It just sounds cool. So and if anybody shows up, great. If not, it's my bad, because I didn't expect to be gone this long. So, yes, I don't really have things that happened up there, and it was really cool. Not totally 100% weird. It was Fanboy Expo, and very planned, very, fanboy. However, oh, got one person. Hey, two Brooke. Hey, Nate. What's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. I got a weird report, the non-human report. Oh, holy cow. This was a good one. And I still don't know what to make of it. So I'm tossing links to Facebook and Twitter as normal. So I'm not checking Facebook or Twitter messages yet. I know they'll be over there, but I will be checking on YouTube just in a second. As you know, got to pass some links out. It was a long drive, and yeah, that's okay. It was long drive, and I think I'm gonna have some rules for the road now to go on road trips with me. Holy crap, man! Like, don't argue with your driver. I will be editing links and things after the show as normal, and making a new thumbnail. Okay. Yeah, I'm not looking at you. I'm not looking at the chat just yet, but I will be. I'm passing out links to anyone who wants to come in, and I'm not even looking at. I'm passing out links. So if anybody wants to come in, just hang tight. If not, I'll carry on. Oh man, my car will cook you out of it. It made my eyes burn. The heater. But yeah, I went to Fanboy Expo, and while everyone was looking at talking to TV stars and wrestlers and things like that, I was paying attention to the people. And that's where the real fun is. Okay. That is where the okay, I was gonna look at my Twitter messages. Okay. Oh man, but yeah. Today's big thing, the non-human report. Oh, I love this. I love this. Okay. I got a reply to Rich. Yeah, I think I'm going to make this a regular segment, the non-human report, because I'm always seeing weird people, right? But tonight was an exception because I was at Fanboy Expo. And yeah, a lot of people are dressed up, and there are some very strange people out there. However, yeah, okay. Nate, I'm back in the YouTube chat. I see you. Thanks for coming by, man. Yeah, it's hard to catch my show because, well, I'm on apparently quite randomly, but here I am. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, nobody's here yet. Oh, man. Let me see here. Let me go ahead and see if Shadow's available and go. I will do that. See if Shadow and Joe are available. I have no other way to get, I have no way to get in touch with Connell or James. Just hopefully they see that I'm on and come on by. But I'm tired. I'm tired. I drove up there, started at 5:30 in the morning, drove all the way up there, got there 10:30, and got there about 11 o'clock. Okay. And parking was insane over there. Getting into a parking lot was insane because there was two big events going on. Fanboy Expo, which is kind of overhyped, right? And some kind of big shopping event. Got Shadow on the line. Well, a message. Ooh, so I'm still recovering from the drive. Ben. Dang. Okay. But okay. I will get to the non-human report. As I said, the real fun is talking to the people who are not on stage because those are the ones, those are the experiencers. I met an author, a paranormal author who has had a whole bunch of experiences, and I got a book, Questions for God, and it's not his questions for God, and it's not a book about Christianity. It's about all the questions he has picked up. Hey, Brett S. Omanel, all right. Oh, Connell had okay. I'm looking at the chat. James, okay, James. I will put the James. Are you wanting to come on? You can come on. And Omanel, I messaged Shadow just now. Okay, I do vet who comes in my chat room, so if I know you, I know you. The link is in the chat to join. I will watch somebody coming in. Okay, James will come in a bit. Omanal, if you want to come on in, it's just going to be me and you. Right now, I'm going over the convention that I went to. I went to the Fanboy Expo in Indianapolis. Oh, and the heater has killed my eyes, made my eyes all itchy. And like, do I look stupid tired? Because I am. Okay, no problem, Omanal. So it's just going to be me. Cal Vanoni. I was out of town. I'm not sure. He says no Shadow on earlier. I was out of town. I would love to have you on, Nate. The two Nathans. We've got a paranormal history. Two broke guys we've got a paranormal history, even as small as it is, it's still there and it's still valid. And I would love to talk those stories. And it's been years. Yeah, Cal. I drove, it's 4.5 hours to get to there. And then I drove around for like 2 hours and then 4.5 hours back. I'm not going to say I got lost. I got taken down another route and it went all through Indiana. And from, I'm still like reeling from all the country roads. But, okay, let me get back to what I was getting at. The people at the convention are where people who are not on the stage, they're where it's at. Because I got paranormal author. I asked him if he wants to do an interview, basically be on the show. And he said, let's see what we can work out. I'm like, awesome. He is not an investigator. He's an experiencer. I bought his book. I will plug his book right now. I don't have a big show, but I will plug his book right now. Frank J. Bennett. He's on Amazon, but if you look for Frank Bennett, you're going to get a lounge singer, right? But this is Questions for God by Frank J. Bennett. This is his newest book. I'm the second person to own this book, and I've got his information. He autographed it. And truth be told, I'm not a hero worshiper, but I do appreciate people's work. Like, I don't go to conventions for the main line. I go for the behind the scenes, for the people who attend, because that's where it's really at. The unsung heroes, the people who have stuff happen to them, but they never get a chance to tell anybody, like these guys. And there's a couple other people, but he's not an investigator. He's an experiencer. And he decided, this is some really cool experience. I'm going to write some books on it. I'm like, all right. Let me see here. And thanks, Nate. But he was one that I met. And I met a toy guy. It's very toy intensive up there, right? It's a commercial event. And it's very toy intensive. Well, I met this one dude, and I'm sorry, I've been driving 10 hours. I can't remember his name at the moment. I got him as friends on Facebook, and he is also a paranormal investigator as a toy guy, and he's more of a collector toy guy, but that's fine. And he says that he has all kinds of weird stuff go on in his area. So he's doing what I do in my area. He's doing in his area, investigating his area, his people, all the stuff that happens over there. Let me get back to Facebook. I got to send Joe the link. Okay. And so that's cool. And then I talked to the authors, the people who are not mainline, and they all have their muse somewhere. Some of them are in it only for money. There is a feeling I get, and it attracts me to the people who do it from the heart and do it from the passion of it. And those people I go to. That's what stops me, literally stops me in my tracks to go talk to these people. I will walk past, and that feeling, spider sense, the force, quantum entanglement, whatever, stops me. and says, "You need to look at this. You need to take another look." And I did. And that's how I met these people. I bought all their books, or at least some of them. Um, I'll I'll grab them. And I will plug their books right now. So I can't hear anything going on in the chat. All right. This was some horror books by, I've seen this guy before. I don't know if I've seen him at a convention or saw him online or even own a book of his. George Adamczyk. Adamczyk. George Adamczyk. Let me get one that will show up on camera. Yeah. I bought, let me get myself back on screen so I can see what's going on. I bought his 4-book set, right? And he pitched it to me leading off with, and that's his name, George Adamczyk. He led off with, if you like Stephen King, I'm like, not too much on Stephen King, but his other was like Creepshow or Twilight Zone. And I'm like, I really love Creepshow and Twilight Zone. Sorry, guys, I'm not a Stephen King fan. His stuff, he pushes the scary buttons on other people, not me. And he signed them for me like they do, and I happily. He was like, you didn't even make me have to sell them to you. I'm like, dude, you're a local author. Give me them books. And he's pretty cool. I have seen him somewhere, his name or something. And then I've got another fantasy, and this is post-punk. Interesting. A book, she's a fantasy author. A Book Without Dragons by Olivia Berrier. This looks interesting because it's of post-punk. Punk happens, technology is perfect, and then it all stops working. I'm looking forward to it. And she gave me a very interesting looking footnote to read with a wax seal on it. That's cool. Secret bonus letter. Open after you finish the book. Don't cheat. I won't cheat. And she seemed like she was working from passion, working from the heart. Very nice lady. So those are the, oh, and I met a comic author. Fitzgerald F. Engel. Fitzgerald Engel. And it is called Plugging Your Books on the Quantum Show. Everybody gets a plug on the Quantum Show. Frankenslaves. And this is 1 and 2, and he's going to have 3 more parts. And I'm going to go look, and I recommended him some Shellhead Comics. Cool. I recommended him the local store, Great Escape. Go there and maybe sell some books. Have them put on the shelf. Whatever. And then the rest of what I got was toys. Just Lucy action figures. And I got a cool one. Chat May. They're all cool, though. Mostly 3 3/4. Anybody coming in yet? No, not yet. Yes, I love the art on here. I'm going to be putting the art of the books on my Instagram. So those are the authors I met. I want to interview all of them right here because they're not just authors of a topic. They're working from the heart, and that's what attracted me to them. There were plenty of artists and other booksellers and people selling things that was their creation, but I didn't get the feel that I got from these guys. These are the only ones. They're not the non-humans. They're human. Now, the non-human report. As I'm out and about, wherever I go, I watch for anomalous beings out there. And I saw two, but most possibly three non-humans today. There's one I haven't seen. I don't know if gender applies to these people. They are people, but I don't know if gender applies to them because they all present as girls except for this one possible, but I don't know if they're actually female. They present to our human earth standards as women, as female, but they don't look human. Here's the key features of these two that I saw that I'm almost like my spidey sense quantum entanglement went nuts on, well, was triggered by these guys. And also, they have something up there like, I want to say a do not disturb sign, but it's not so much a do not disturb as it is you don't see me. You see what I want you to see. But there's something, I don't know why. I can do it. Maybe it's being able have seen spirits, have seen all the weird stuff, but I can sense there's something else there. Yeah, there's like a do not disturb sign, shimmer, whatever, or not a cloak, but it's like a projection of a human suit. Okay? Here's what I see. They're very skinny and their waists are very high and their arms are very long. Longer like ours go down to about the middle of our thighs, right? As we stand there, they go down to about the middle of our thigh. These go almost to the knee or beyond the knee. That has been the non-human in Kroger, and that has been these two that I saw. One was by themselves, the other one was with a buddy, also did not look human. And that's why I say the most likely not human, but I don't know this the way they look because he straight up looked like two people in a human suit. On they look like two people on their shoulders in a human suit. Really short legs, really fat body. I mean, not fat like overweight, but thickly built trunk and short muscle arms, right? And their faces, okay, on the thin girl looking people, they look very high elvish, like Lord of the Rings elves, not Keebler elves or D&D elves, but Lord of the Rings type elves with the high cheekbones and the big eyes, large, going down to a point chin, but just in proportion. Not that they were actually like their heads were this big. No, in proportion to the rest of their bodies, right? But there was two of them. I saw them. And one, I think they were tipped off that I was looking at them. I wasn't staring. The other one, no clue that I was there. I don't know if they knew, right? But the one with the buddy, I'm pretty sure that she, or if she applies, knew somebody was looking at them because I saw them once. I saw them once. And I like mentally, I've been practicing shielding, but it's not so automatic because it comes up like an excitement alert, like, there's somebody here. And I think I broadcast. I don't know. Because ever since I've gone looking, I don't find them. When I don't look is when I see them. But today was a special because it was an event, right? And it was an event that a whole bunch of people went to. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get anybody here tonight. That's okay. That is okay. Non-human report is worth it. And this is something anyone can learn to do if they have any sense of sixth sense. They can learn to learn to notice a difference in an it just feels different, right? Things feel different. And you can learn how to do this too, because these guys, to me, it was obvious. Very, they were very thin, right? Not super tall or anything like that, but very thin. And they had the, oh, here we go. Joe is coming in. And I believe Joe is here. I got my reason to have the stranger from a strange land. Perfect that you should put it like that. Okay.
Got a problem.
What's that?
I'm trying to get Facebook to go off.
Trying to get Facebook to go off? Is it in a different tab or what? How so? Well, and he's gone. Okay, if you come on in, I'll keep an eye on the chat. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go over the chat. All right. Underdogs, the truth seekers, the real people, not the ones who are out who made a TV show. Talking to James, yeah. And me. I am a truth seeker. I am looking for reality. And reality is nothing what I thought it was a year ago. Nothing. Okay. Okay, this is post punk, post fantasy, the No Dragons book. Thank you, Nate. This is too weird to be a lie. I would not make up a lie like this. And I would not make up fantasy like this. My fantasy would have robots everywhere. I don't see robots everywhere. That would be my personal fantasy. It would be robots and androids and AI floating in eyeballs, uh, looking like Optimus Prime eyes. That would be my fantasy. Like, guess where I saw all the robots today? Because that didn't happen. And this stuff, I don't know what the hell's going on. It's just there. I am seeing things that no one has ever mentioned to me before, or if they have, I didn't know how to interpret it at the time. So, yeah. So this is the non I love this. This is going to be a new section, a new the non-human report. Okay, Joe, if you are listening, just go to YouTube. Now that you've gotten the message, just go straight to YouTube. The link is in there. And you can close out Facebook totally if you need to. Facebook has been in a bad way lately. I can't get it to run for more than 10 minutes at a time before the page crashes and I have to reload everything, go back, close all the tabs, you restart the whole process over again. And I'm using a browser. I don't use an app on the phone. But okay, going back to the non-human, the ability to see these guys is the same ability you use to see spirits, to sense other psychics, magic users, and they will notice you. If you're loud and you don't practice some mental discipline like actual shielding and don't broadcast because you want to be, I'm trying to be passive because they spook easy. They don't want to be busted out, so to speak, because we have a really bad track record of being mean to visitors, and they don't want that. That's why they come hidden. They come to a few people because we don't have tanks and jet fighters to send after them or like a shoot on sight reason, right? I want to know them. I want to know somebody. And all right, I'm only going to see them at events and things because I have been advised by my spirit guides, do not try to contact them. It's not my path. This is not for me. fine. Yes. When I asked them, they both were there, and the two that I'm aware of, right? They both were there, and they both yelled at me, "No, no," and I was like, "Okay, okay, already." So I'm going to be the spectator. I will be the one that looks in the crowds in the grocery stores and the marketplaces, but I'm not going to be the one making the call. I won't be summoning. I won't be broadcasting. I won't do that because I got the humans telling me they're going to eat you, and the spiritual side saying just don't do it. You shouldn't. You really shouldn't do this. So I'm hard headed, but not that hard headed. When I've got two segments of a reality saying don't talk to aliens, I'm not going to do it. I'll talk about them. I'll watch for them as they come around doing other things. But okay, no summoning, no communicating, no setting off an emergency come get me a bat signal. To no, not going to do that. So I won't be doing that, but I will watch them as they come visit us because, like I said, this is the protected environment. We are the wild animals. We are the lions, and they are coming down here with rules. I'm seeing that more and more. And especially today, seeing those three people, they weren't going around doing anything. They were attending a convention. That's what they were doing because that's what everybody was there doing. And it's a Fanboy Expo. So there was a lot of costuming and a lot of people trying to look like they weren't from here, but they're really from here. And it's easier to get around, especially like on Halloween. I don't know. I've heard people say that, but I've been to conventions, and Nashville is a very liberal place. I don't mean politically, but I mean we tolerate every kind of person here, right? If you're being cool, it's cool. Since I don't have anybody on the line with me, I don't need these right yet. But yeah, so I saw three. I don't know what species, but not our species. And very cool that I did that. And yeah, okay, so yes, that's the non-human report. Maybe I will think of something else to do with this report. If nothing shows up, I'll talk about where to go see people, um, how to how to notice them. Okay, this is for the psychically inclined. Okay, if you are already psychically inclined, you can learn. I know you already know this. The empaths, y'all know this. You can focus in on someone to listen to them like we focus in on listening to someone in a crowd. Hold on. Oh, my comments aren't scrolling. Omanal, have a good night. Where am I at? Thank you, James. Okay, yeah, I had to. Oh, so many comments. Okay, Gurjit. I'm gonna have to go back and watch Dark Journalist again because I've been missing his shows. I've had a lot going on in like the real life thing here. Okay, I wish I was following the yeah, small liberal, not ideological. Exactly. Okay, I think Omanal had to take off. Thanks for dropping by. Keep it quantum. Now, yeah, oh, the empathics, the empaths. You already know how to focus in on a person. James, yeah. He's I he's he Anthony is awesome of that show. I'm really tired. So pardon me. Not that link. The link is here. It is now in chat here. Yeah, that's to watch the show. I know I sent you one to join. Not the to watch one, but the to join one on Messenger. This is a communication problem we got to figure out. Because everybody's getting the wrong link. Okay, the link is in the YouTube chat. If you are in YouTube or StreamYard, it is there. And if you're listening on Twitter, it's there too. No, it isn't. No, it's only in YouTube. Okay. But like an empath can focus in on somebody and tune out, just like we can listen to someone and tune out what we're not listening to. You can learn to do the same type of tuning out and zeroing in on an individual using whatever it is that we use to talk to spirits and anybody else, right? That is not here. So maybe I should figure out how to explain that a little better. All right, Joe's coming in. Let me get my headphones back on. Okay. Joe, you are here.
Excellent.
Got no camera?
Let me check.
Well, you have no camera here. Sounds really good. And I'm hydrating because I didn't drink a whole lot of water. It's all coffee. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a short show tonight because so tired and it's already so late. I'm not cutting it off right now. But okay, that's been my weird experience, along with the repeating numbers are fewer. They're not gone, they are fewer. All right, you are live.
Well, thank heavens.
Yes, live here.
Okay.
So how was your week, Joe?
I went chasing after gunfire.
I saw something. Did you find it?
Yes, I found it.
What was going on?
It wasn't gunfire. It was very low to the ground fireworks, but the big ones, the big mortars, but they weren't firing way up in the air. Believe it or not, it was all the way near to where you used to live at. Sunrise Shopping Center.
Really?
It was shaking the windows here.
Wow. Yeah, big ones.
Yeah.
The ones that are supposed to be way up there weren't making it way up there.
They weren't making it. Plus, okay. You wouldn't believe Irvin High School if you were to come back here and see it. It is 3 stories tall.
Irvin?
Yep.
Did they rebuild it?
Yes, and they made it closer. They made it closer to my street here.
Well, yeah, it sounds like a lot of things have changed out that ways. Wow.
Now you're talking about these alien-looking beings.
Yes.
You've got the people that look like somehow they've got bird legs because they looks like their knees are backwards.
I have not seen those, but I know who you are talking about.
They're
And
friendly enough.
yeah, I'm sure they
even
are.
even when they realize, wait 1 second, he sees me.
Yeah. These guys that I see, they had like, okay, there's a mental go away going on. I call it a do not disturb sign, so I don't disturb them. But I think I'm broadcasting and I haven't practiced on how to not broadcast yet.
Okay.
So I think I'm like broadcasting, look at this in my own head, but nobody else can hear me but them or people who tune me out. So I think that's what's going on because I never see them again. I saw them once and I kept looking for them again. I couldn't find them. I couldn't find them again. So I think they were avoiding me, or it's possible they were avoiding me. It's not out of the realm of, impossibility, but whatever. But yeah, I think that's them. High waisted, very skinny, with their heads that look very high elvish, like Lord of the Rings elves. And yeah, I think they're here. That was it. And the other one, the buddy, this person did not could pass easier as a human guy. Face was wrong, right? The face was not like cheekbones, narrow jaw, or even a even jaw. It was like an oval. Like it was like a lozenge, I guess. Round, flat, round. That was the face on this person. And the eyes and everything was kind of obscured. Like I couldn't tell what kind of face I was looking at. I just knew the shape was wrong. And like to look directly at them, it fixed itself. But when you're like sideways looking up to someone, like you're turning your attention to someone, it's that
Hmm.
corner of your eye that you see past whatever image is being put out there. And that's what I saw. And
Whenever learn how to do that yourself, don't drive your car down the street.
what?
Whenever you learn how to put up that, do not disturb.
Oh, yeah, okay. Don't go driving because everyone will not see me. Yeah,
Right.
I don't want that to happen. I want to be seen on the road. Now the
Right.
do not my do not disturb sign is not as refined. It's like go the heck away. Like aggressive, go away. Not do not disturb, you don't see me. It's like, yeah, if you can see me, fine. Get away from me. That's what my do not disturb sign says. Um but not these guys. These guys were like they blurred themselves out, or they made themselves. And I did this with Buddhism. You make yourself so unnoticeable. That's what they were doing, and it works because I could not notice them. And the author, the the Frank Bennett author, he was like, "Now you've got me interested," and I'm like, we should all be interested because they're out there. And he's got I need to buy another of his books. The Grass Man. He witnessed I can't remember the title, but it was of a being that he saw that was shaped like a human, but it wasn't a human. He said, imagine skin all totally charred, and he was able to jump 15 feet up into the tree and then run around in the tree. And he said, no human can do that. I'm like, you're right. And this is ringing a bell. I've heard of things like that in the area that you're talking. And it said it looked like a human, built like a human until he did that non human stuff. And the skin, when he got look up on it, it looked like like Freddy Krueger skin, not human. And it was black, like pitch black, no, like
Mm.
black paint, not like African American people or African people. But that's how he described it to me. And he's the experiencer. I'm like, all right. He wrote a book about him looking for him. Go ahead.
I haven't seen any of those. Of course, mine was mostly dealing with those that look like grays.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them high ranking, and some of them essentially slaves.
Hmm. I've been
And
warned away from talking to aliens.
and then those that come from Norway, I guess, Nordic looking ones.
The Nordic. I'm not supposed to talk to anybody unless I see him out in the wild. Literally, we're the wild. We are the wild. And so, yeah, I want to get R. Keith Andrews on here, but he's never on really late. So I would like to talk to him. He is a contactee. He's like an ambassador from us to them. And but it's like on it's on he's representing himself, not anybody else. Not an ambassador like, oh well, we're gonna appoint you. No, they appointed him like an ambassador. And I said, how do I schedule an appointment? He goes, well, when I figure that out, I'll let you know. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, what?
There's no
It's just like dealing with the goddess. She'll let you know.
yeah, she'll let you know. And they say, okay, your appointment's here. I'm like, what? um, but yeah, I've been warned away from talking to aliens.
Well, I hate to
It's
do
okay.
this to you, but the boss is going to want me to leave in about 15 minutes.
Okay, no problem. It has been a very short show, and I've got uh books. I'm going to try to get interviews with the authors, and I want to polish up my human or my non-human report, get it going more. I think I did pretty good today. Um, Nothing really weird happened to me. What about you? Other than chasing down gunshots,
Which weren't
quantum,
gunshots.
the not gunshots. Yeah. Anything? Go
Not
ahead.
really, not really, but I've been wanting to get involved in, oh, I don't know what you call that, where you take the plastic that you receive and you chop it up in little bits and put it in an oven and melt it all, fuse it all together.
Yep. Plastic casting.
Well, not necessarily casting, but yes. I'm going to do is melt it together and then use it in place of wood on the lathe because wood
Mm,
has gotten too expensive.
yeah.
So this evening, while waiting for you, I decided to take a brief tour around the block. And what do I find but an old toaster oven sitting there?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going, that was a very quick manifestation.
Yep. There's your heater.
There's my heater. Other than that, I can't say much. I mean, I'm pretty much a recluse, okay?
Yes. Well, oh, and also, let me just say this for anybody listening. You and I have to really concentrate on looking for things that are out of the ordinary because all of it happens to us. It
Right.
all happens. And I have to really like not ignore it or remember that it happens, and it happens to you and I all the time. Paranormal is just normal. It's
Okay.
it
Like the house was talking the other night.
how so?
You know how a house this old creaks and that? Well, it's kind of saying, "Hey, I'll put a replacement window." Apparently, it doesn't like the old windows anymore.
Yeah. I jokingly told, no, it's not a house, but it's my car. I jokingly told someone that my car and I have a symbiotic relationship, but it's true because I understand it and it understands me. It's been, I don't know if I have empowered the car, but
Oh,
it
of
gets,
course.
yeah, car gets a little bit cranky when I act out of character or I have somebody in the car it don't like or is not acting nice. So,
Well, a certain woman that you and I know asked for a ride to the doctor's one night. I drove over to her, and the Saturn would not start again.
mm, hmm
She got out of the car, it started right up.
yeah, cars are symbiotic with us. They got it's like a spirit of their very own. And yeah, like go ahead.
I just later I found out the mechanical reason for it, but it's odd that it happened. It acted up when she was there. There's a switch underneath the clutch that you have to push down, and that switch was
Hmm.
going bad.
And it just yeah. Yeah, the random elements. Like, yep, I'm not going to do this no more. I don't like this juju that's here. I'm going to not work while this energy is present. Yeah,
Right.
my car, I have a broken lower A frame. The sway bar mount broke off, and I've got to get new. There's no fixing it unless I don't need to hack this. I can just repair it, right? But it's expensive. But the sway bar broke off on one side, so it just doesn't turn it doesn't anti sway like it does like it's supposed to. When I'm in a left turn, yeah, it leans on the right wheel, and you can hear the tire hitting the plastic because
Rubbing up.
it's not I mean it's not hurting anything. It's plastic on hard rubber. So I mean I'm not gonna leave it like that, but it didn't like the whole time. Left turn and it complained. And it got louder and louder. They leave, car's great again. It has a
Might
hard time. Go ahead.
might have been just the amount of weight in there, but
Could be car cami, and yeah, James is saying get some rest. I want to get this at least a little bit of talk, and then I'll wrap it up when Joe got to go. Um, but yeah, could be the weight. The weight definitely had something to do with it, but not that much. I mean, my car is not worn out by any means, but it was acting like an old car when I was in there. I don't know if it was. I don't know. I don't know. But after after it was just me, handles was back, and I was like, all right. I pet the dashboard. I'm like, I'm gonna keep you for at least 5 more years, buddy. Heck yeah, you're not going anywhere. Because I was talking about getting a Can-Am roaster again. And I don't want to like make the car think, oh, he's gonna get rid of me. I'm
right.
not. I'm not. Hey, Shadow. Shadow is oh, well, Shadow is here.
There he is down to the bottom.
Yep. You are
Oh,
in.
What's up, guys?
Hey, what's going on? I went out of town, and that's why I'm starting so late, and I'm so tired.
No worries. I thought
But
I was watching a movie with my son because we thought you guys were just sick or something, And then the movie ended, and I thought I'd see what's going on, and I saw you guys were streaming.
yeah, I went to Fanboy Expo in Indiana, and it was a long drive.
Mm.
And I started at 5:30 this morning. I am so freaking tired, y'all. um, but that's okay. Did you catch any of my show tonight?
No, I just turned it on now.
Okay,
We were
I
talking
got a new
about you.
segment. No, got a new segment, the non-human report, because they're at events and places where you shop at. You just got to know what to look for and how to sense them. It's crazy.
That's
But not
funny
for
because
me.
we were just watching. My son and I just got through watching Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah. these these guys are not pot people. They're visitors, and you can learn how to perceive them. And I'm trying to figure out how to do that. But okay, the ones I saw today, two, possibly, very possibly three, they both had these characteristics. Now, they were both different individuals. They both presented as female, but I don't know if gender applies to these guys, right? So I'm just gonna say women for because they appear to be female, but I don't know, right?
Mhm.
Um, they weren't super tall. They were a little bit taller than I am, and they were skinny, and their waists are very high. Their arms are very long. Like our arms go down to about our mid thigh as we stand there.
Right.
Uh, theirs goes longer, right? And they had like a high elvish looking, like Lord of the Rings elvish looking facial structure, but not.
Okay.
Yeah, they look like that, and the skin tone is, I guess, part of the illusion because anything goes, right? They can
Mhm.
look like anything, and those were the two. I saw two of them, and they weren't together, so I don't think they were together. But they, I didn't see. I saw them at two different times, and the other person I saw didn't straight up did not look human, right? Straight up did not look human. The head, this person's head was the shape of like a gel cap, like uh, flat on the sides and round at the top, and their whole body was not fat but thickly built, very low waisted, very muscular arms, and yeah, these two, they were together. They did not look like they were from here, and that's the same kind of body type, the tall skinny, as the one that shops or that has been known to shop over here in my neighborhood at the Kroger. But she is she don't know, and real tall, like almost 7 feet tall. Okay, this person, right? Almost, I swear, almost. She walks above the freezers, right? She's taller than the freezer section freezers, and
Wow.
those things, yeah. And I'm like, I, of course, alien stuff aside, you don't want to stare because it's rude, and but you can't help but notice this person so tall, and again, don't know if gender applies, but I'm going with woman because presents as a woman, dresses like a woman, works for me, right? Um This
Let me
person
ask.
always, huh?
Let me ask.
Go ahead.
Have you been seeing this more frequently after you've used the goggles
No,
as opposed to before?
no, no, no more. I can't say yet. More information is needed. I'm not going to say no, but I can't say yet. Possibly. Um, I see them I get glimpses. I've always gotten glimpses, but only lately have I seen them flat out right there. The one from Kroger always saw this person and kept wanting to, like, definite do not disturb sign put up, right? Mental go away. I am not here. You do not see me. But
Not the
okay, the
droid you're
person,
looking for.
yeah, this person, okay, this woman, almost 7 foot tall, really long arms and legs, and always dressed in like the most outrageous club outfits to go grocery shopping. And I'm like, alien. I mean, even before this stuff, I was like, you look like an alien. But it's possible that I'm seeing through whatever shields thanks to the dicyanid conditioning. I hadn't thought about that. But I hear sanding. Are you sanding, Shadow?
No, I was muted.
Oh, you were? Oh.
Well, I got to ask the obvious question: shoes.
What about shoes? What
Did
did
you
I
notice?
see?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I didn't notice shoes. And if I did, it was so fleeting, I didn't realize what it was. The person in Kroger has high heels, like as a rule. I the thick person, the thick being, they had, it looked like Nike flats, just Nike tennis shoes, but they were maybe a little bit thicker than what you can buy in the store. Not like this thick or anything, but like if we can get this, there's where that got. And yeah, I think that's what they. But I didn't notice the. Good question. Good question. I'm gonna have to start watching and
Yeah,
noticing
because
all these
like
things.
the really tall woman could have been wearing heels because sometimes really tall women like to do that too, anyways, which might
Yes,
just take some off.
true, and that's also true because standing above the coolers, that's excessively tall, right? And
Yet nobody else seemed to notice, right?
oh no, everyone notices. And in Kroger, everybody calls this person a transvestite. No, 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 not a transvestite. Not, not a
Well, you
transvestite.
check for the Adam's apple and you'll know. And
Check
feet.
for a human. I want to check for
Right.
a human because this person is so far out in build. It's like, what? Are you a mutant? Are you a gigantism? What's going on here?
Real
And
skinny, right? Real skinny, right?
very skinny.
Yeah, because I've
Very
seen some
skinny.
people like that. Another thing you got to do is start carrying your phone with it already on camera
Yes.
and get some photos and
Yes.
just share them through Messenger so nobody gets doxxed or feels attacked or anything like that.
Right.
But because one, if you get a photo, who knows what it might actually show, and that kind of technology, blah blah blah. But definitely, have your phone camera ready and act like you're
just using the
talking.
phone.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. I wish I had one of them phones that had the camera that could tilt a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't notice it that it's tilted, but I don't have one of those. That's okay. They're expensive, and I don't, not up to it. Um, but yeah, I need to do this. And when I come across these beings, these people, that's so fleeting that I hardly have a chance to get anything and not look obvious. Like I think I'm broadcasting, mentally broadcasting, and they're going, "Oh, somebody saw me," and they take off. Because I saw these three people today once, and I went looking. I couldn't find them again. I think they put up better shields against me. Or
And what's
go ahead.
amazing is sometimes when you take a picture, you get a blurred image.
Yeah, that's a giveaway right there. I want to see that blurred image. I want to see those blurred images because that's like you. It's too easy to be able to blame the camera. That's why nobody posts those. You know, it's too
Yeah.
like Bigfoot, right? Maybe Bigfoot is just blurry. Maybe he just is. Not because of something wrong with the camera, but because he's not really in this frequency and out of frequency is blurry. I don't know. I don't know. But that was what I did for the non-human report. I talked about those things and I want to figure out a way to train ourselves to notice those people when they come around. And I want to be able to let me see here. We got chat. Thank you, Nate. Oh, I'm sorry, Brett. Yeah, Brett.
Is James Dell still with us?
James apparently is still with us. He
What's
said
up, James?
the last thing he said was he is pretty tired too, and he was eating soup when I came on. I'm like, soup, soup. Yeah, Nate's in the chat saying people can be amazingly unobservant. They are trained to ignore the weird. They are, and I have just me and Joe. It happens to us so much we don't even see it as weird. We just see it as there's there's that like there's that red car. Oh, there's that not from Earth person.
Oh, there's a car with no wheels. Oh,
Yeah,
wait a second. There's the wheels.
yeah.
Where we're going, we
But
don't need wheels.
yep, trained to ignore because we are so easy as humans. We ignore stuff so easy, and we forget stuff so easy. It's like a superpower that humans are so able to do so well. If it's out of our normal scope of things, it doesn't exist. Our brains filter it out. And if it's something we can't stand to remember, we forget and we don't want to talk about it no more. And it becomes things like tabooed.
Okay, the boss has said that it's time for me to go, so
Okay.
I'll take off. You know who she is.
Yes, tell the boss hello.
All right.
Um and talk to you soon. Keep it quantum, Joe. I know you already do, but you know, gotta say it.
Kyagame.
Alrighty then. Me and you, Shadow. Oh, are you there? Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. Okay, so anything weird happened to you?
Hold on just a sec.
Okay. Because all kinds of weird shit happens to me. It's so weird, it's normal. Hey, L is here. Yeah. Els is saying the way many people act in this world today, if you don't ignore and move on, we would have killed each other. Very true. And it's a survival thing. It totally is. It's a survival and an adaptation, but we do it so well, it's like a superpower. And humans can can do this so well. Yeah, recent history. Try all the way back to World War One, dude. It doesn't even, or even back to Civil War, or back to name it. We always forget stuff. Always forget stuff. We even remade up the history of the world, like over and over again. Ask any culture. They
Oh
have a
yeah,
different version of what's happened. Okay, Shadow, you're back.
yeah.
No, fight or flight is where it's a fear response. That's and that's not that's part that's in there with it, but it's not the same. Fight or flight is literally just that, where you either hit it or you run away from it because you don't want to die, and it's your monkey brain kicking in, preserving your life.
Yeah. A lot of monkey brain stuff going on lately.
Yeah, but L is talking. L is here. L is talking about um recent history, and I'm like, it's all history, dude. All of our history is like that. We can't remember. Like we filter out the good and the bad because we want to see what we want to see. It's not fight or flight. Yeah, monkey brain. Nathan's laughing at the monkey brain comment. Yeah, I use it all the time because that's what we got. That's when it's bare instinct, it's monkey brain taking over. And that's just the way I put it. That's all.
It worked. It's appropriate. So
I'm
what
chatting.
weird shit happened to you?
Seeing
Besides-
non-humans.
Besides that,
The repeating numbers are not gone, but they're decreasing.
mm-hmm.
And that's about it. I've been pretty, I don't know, what do you call it, 3D this week. And oh yeah,
3D.
my card is 3D, like not anything mystical.
Okay.
Like this mystical stuff is 5D or something. I don't know what it is, but I hear the people on the other socials talk about life here in this 3D, and I think that's kind of like woke speak, so I don't use it too much.
Mm-hmm.
But lizard brain is war brain. That's if we're putting names on it. L's in the chat again, talking about. I thought that was lizard brain, or is that just reproduction? No, that's war. That's war brain. Lizard brain is war brain, oppression brain, the negative stuff, as far as I know.
Lizard people.
Yeah. Oh, I did watch a thing from Savita the Starseed, and she picked up on something that has been out for literally over 20 years. The Spongebob movie that came out in 1999, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know the movie?
Not really. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, me neither. I might have seen it as someone else was watching it. It is loaded with occult symbolism, and no one caught it. She explains it really well.
Yeah, there's a lot of kid stuff that is full of that crap, from Disney to.
Yeah, but this is not that kind of occult stuff. This is quantum realm stuff, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, because back then it was just the goofiest thing, and even the creator says we're just stoned guys making stuff up. But
yeah, I don't buy that. I don't buy that crap at all. Yeah. That's too easy and a way out. To hand wave.
Yeah, I don't think they were trying to manipulate. I think they were trying to pass along knowledge, kind of like the way the Ghostbusters cartoon did. They were, that's badass, right?
That was actually an exceptional show.
Yeah, they did it in such a badass wow, and that is the story of the Anunnaki. That is straight up the Anunnaki, all over the Ghostbusters animated TV show.
Among other things, yeah.
I will leave a link after the show. I'm not going to sit here for hours, dude. I've been up since 5:30 driving to Indiana and back. And I didn't get lost. I got turned on the wrong street and I went all over central Indiana. It was nuts. And we were like, where are we? And when we were going there, the weather said that his wife checked the weather, said that there was going to be flurries and mild shower. It was a freaking snowstorm we were driving through. I'm like, what are we doing? And like, we were going north. Southbound traffic had all these wrecks. And I was like, these people live here, right? I know I live here. I can deal with this.
Yeah, the winter's going to be on us early. Winter's going to be on us early.
It was a snowstorm. Yeah, and I think on the way, I had told his wife, you know what? Just pick a destination, let yourself get lost, and tell your GPS to take you home. You can do that. Why would I want to do that? For the experience. Well, apparently the universe says, okay, you're in charge. You make that happen now. Because I picked home and it said go all these other directions to home. Because we went through, I don't even remember. I'm going to have to go back on my Google Maps and see where all I went because I have no idea where I was. Yeah, I just was like, well, Google says I'm not lost, so I'm not lost. Works for me. And I don't know why, but they got these fancy phones that were like dead almost the whole time because they were out of network. And I'm like, you got these awesome, fancy, expensive phones, and my POS from T-Mobile or from T-Metro, whatever, is working perfectly. I got the cheap thing. Y'all got you got the expensive thing. How's that work? And anyway, I'm not bashing him. Let's see. L is talking, and I don't want to ignore L. Nickelodeon. Well, Nickelodeon, I'm sure they're lazy and just steal iconography like Disney did and does. I'm not sure if Nickelodeon does that. I don't know if Nickelodeon is smart enough to actually steal this particular. I'm going to leave her link. I recommend you watch it. It's very
well, I know Disney knows exactly what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, Disney is manipulating. Disney is intentionally manipulating. Nickelodeon, I'm not so sure. Because
all it takes is one person to be inserted into a company like that to get stuff put in.
Yeah. L is talking. That's what Dr. Doolittle did in the 60s. Just stick a pin in an atlas and went to see what was there. Yeah, that's talking about the going somewhere and finding out what's there. Randonautica. Right. Anyone? I want to do Randonautica, but I'm not doing that shit alone. Outside of plot armor for that, something has to guide the hand with that pin. Yeah. I call it quantum entanglement. That's what I call it. And Randonautica kind of pointed me in that direction. Not that I've used Randonautica one time. I did Randonautica Aliens, and it took me to my backyard. And I was like, oh, really? That's awesome. Yeah, there were no aliens in my backyard. There were no aliens. Yeah, it's kind of weird. And I was like, I did it again. And I was like, I was going to do just a dry run to see what the app was going to do. But it was so close. I was like, let's go. Why not? I'm going. And I walked. It actually took me around into my backyard through the unoccupied houses, a yard, into this area between the yards, and there was no alien there, but
Mhm.
I was just doing a dry run. I'm like, oh wow, this is trippy, and but I went there, yeah. So yeah, uh, my spirit guides told me, do not look for aliens. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do that anymore.
Yeah,
If
well,
I
yeah,
run,
apparently you just bump into them at the grocery store.
yeah, if that happens, cool. But I'm not going to go hunt them down, set off an emergency flare or a bat signal for them to
Hmm.
come find me, because they said that would be a very bad idea. They were very vehement about telling me that, just like
I
that.
remember.
It was disappointing. Yeah, Nate, Two Broke Guys, Nate is in there saying, I did Randonautica and I thought it was kind of boring, but it is strange. It is quantum entanglement practically applied. And I'm like, well, practical.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's practical, right? You said it. Okay. Have you, Shadow, do you know what I'm talking about?
Vaguely.
Okay. It's an app linked to a random number generator. Um,
Okay.
and you set an intention, and depending on that intention, it gives you coordinates to go to, and it translates into maps, and it tells you driving directions to get to those coordinates. And I don't know, I think there's some psychological stuff going on with it, because you're not programming it, you're kind of co-programming, because you're setting your intention, but you're also telling yourself what you want to find, right?
Right. Right.
And then it gives you some random stuff, and you go there looking for something related to what you're looking for, and up go the filters about stuff that is not your intention. So I think there's some human
Okay.
condition going on, but there's also some quantum stuff going on, because people have found some weird stuff and been in some weird places because of this app, which is really cool, and I want to do that. And
I wonder how much of algorithmic hits are involved in that.
what do you mean?
Well, if you're asking an AI basically to find this or that, it can search the internet pretty rapidly.
That's the thing. It's not an AI. It's a dice roller. It's a
Hmm.
random number generator. And you set the numbers by setting how far out you want to go. And it's not an AI. It's like a coordinate random number generator for coordinates. It's
Because it
not an
does sound
AI.
kind of
Mhm.
not
Go
well,
ahead.
maybe not an AI, but at least a browse function where it can search everything relating to that within X distance from where you are, type of thing.
Yes. Right. And you're setting attention on a basically a notepad, but you're also setting your intention on the things that you are looking for, and ignoring the things that are outside of that intention. Or if you do
Which
find
could
something,
be a crucial mistake
right,
because God only knows what else you might bump into. If you say
right,
you're looking for a can of tuna fish, and you're missing all the aliens and freaking Bigfoot all around, you know,
right,
or vice
right.
versa.
And people go looking with bad intentions, and they get themselves into trouble a
Oh,
lot.
I can
Yeah,
imagine.
that's
Or getting
that's
themselves into trouble by not paying attention because they're looking for something weird and they're not
and the
paying attention.
normal stuff is right
Right,
there.
right. Muggers or whatever, criminals, that sort of thing.
Yeah, Ella's talking in there. Um, while I think the new Predator movie Prey is silly on the face of and premise, there is more to it. Aliens don't want cows for no reason. Brahma, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva are old names. Yes. There is a war unseen for long times, but we barely know who is waging it, with whom, or why. Too many stories like Stargate. I don't know what you're talking about, El, but that's okay. I mean, your statement is self-containing, so
Well, no, I mean, I if you have been paying attention to a lot of different wide-ranging things, I can see kind of what he's talking about. With the cabals and secret societies and who really pulls the strings of the puppets out there.
mhm.
Uh, Certain organizations, cartels, banks, etc., have been behind all the big events like
Yeah.
wars for centuries, if not millennia.
Yes. Okay. I just don't understand the reference to like the Randonautica stuff, or was this to the previous points that we were talking about a little while ago? Uh, see, that's where it lost. That's where he lost me.
Okay,
That's
gotcha,
okay.
gotcha.
That's okay. Um, but yeah, it is.
So,
Um,
so this place you went to, what was it all about?
Fanboy Expo. It was a convention.
Oh,
Lots of
okay,
toys for sale. Lots of TV stars up there. I don't go for the TV stars. I go for the common person, the person that hasn't made it big, because they have stories too. And I found
sure
those
they do.
three. I will go over their books again. Hang on. Tick. I got. I'm interested in this book. I'm apparently the second person to own this book. Frank J. Bennett. I'll be leaving. This is more plugs for these guys. I talked to him extensively, and he is not an investigator. He is uh, an experiencer in different things, and it's not his questions. This is not a Christian book. This is questions for God, as in questions for reality. And why am I here? Why do bad things happen to good people? Why does God allow war? Some of it's got Christian bias on it. Why was there forbidden fruit? Can you lose your salvation? I'm just reading the back. No spoilers. Why does God only send sinners to hell? That's assuming, but why are there ghosts? Where did dinosaurs go? Where is Noah's Ark? Where is the Ark of the Covenant? Should I use modern medicine? These are other people's questions for God, right?
Mhm.
That's the one thing. And he is an experiencer. He was talking about the grass man. And I remember the grass man. I remember hearing about the grass man. And this guy, Fitzgerald Engel, I believe he's out of Chicago. Frankenslaves. It takes Mary Shelley's Frankenstein into World War II Germany. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Let me buy
Okay,
it.
right.
And I was like, oh, hell yeah. And all these people, they're not writing for money, they're writing from heart. There was a bunch of people doing stuff for money, artists, authors, you name it. It's a convention. So, like an
Yeah,
anime
right,
style
right.
convention. These
Okay.
guys tripped my quantum entangled nerve system, right? These
Gotcha.
guys, I was like, I found them the same way I found the witch in the mountains. I went past, I stopped, I was told go back. And that's how I found these guys. And this one is Olivia Berrier, A Book Without Dragons. And this is, I
Hmm.
gather, post-punk. They achieve Star Trek, my words. They achieve Star Trek like technology, and then all of it stops working for some reason. And they're thrown into chaos because they're so used to their tech. And it came with a secret bonus letter with a real wax seal on it. Read after you finish the book. And I'm like, okay. She's nice. very nice person.
That's
There's
cool.
that.
Weird, but cool.
Very weird. Inspired. And I was like, this is the right stuff. This is the right stuff that I'm
It
looking
could
for.
be, at least it's got the, the surface level weird.
Yeah. And this other person, I swear I've met this person before. George Adams is. I'm so tired. Adams is. ADAMCZYK. I swear I know this guy from somewhere. And I told him, I'm like, I might have your book already. One of your books. And he has 4. This is okay. Lost Minds, Wandering Souls, books 1, 2, 3, and 4. And short horror fantasy. Mainly. Some of it's sci-fi horror. And he led off with, if you like Stephen King, I'm like, I don't really care for Stephen King. Yeah, I'm that guy. Okay, I'm that guy. I don't care for Stephen King.
Yeah,
But
same
I
here.
do.
Same here. Yeah,
Okay,
everybody I've known was just, thought he was the greatest thing since sliced bread. And I'm like, no, this is boring as hell.
Yeah, I don't have the same buttons for scary that other people do, apparently.
I mean, in my opinion, the best thing he ever wrote was Shawshank Redemption. And that wasn't scary. I mean, unless,
Yeah, he led off with, if you like this, I'm like, don't really like that. But he goes, but also Creepshow and Twilight Zone. I'm like, yes, I do like those. So he started giving me a spiel. I'm like, I'll take them because I like the local guys. And I know you somewhere. And I read and I pay attention to a lot of stuff. And I told him all this. I might have come across your name or even owned something from you. I don't know. But so I bought his books. I didn't spend a whole lot. People were spending a lot of money up there. I wasn't one of them. I saw people
sort of
walking
pre-holiday spending.
Yeah, and this was like,
there's going to be a little bit more of that, and then my hair's doing, man. What the hell? Yeah, there's going to be a little bit more of that before the holidays, and then it's batten down the hatches time.
Samantha Morris, the cat, has joined our chat room. Samantha, thank you for the birthday wishes. Tomorrow's my birthday. And
happy birthday, bro.
Thank you. Actually, now is my birthday.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's technically your birthday, man.
I'm 32. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, I'm not 32. But I can still climb a backpack fucked it up. See, I'm tired. I can still scale a fence with a backpack one time. But thank you, Samantha, and thanks for coming out. Okay, Two Broke Guys, Nate is saying he's got to go. Thanks for coming by, Nate. I'm just now seeing your message. I'm looking at it just now. And L, I need to go over L's comments because talking about, okay, my mouse is a jerk. But okay. Slow to talk about going looking for aliens, about the movie references. Okay. L says, I like Pet Cemetery as a monkey paw warning. I thought Pet Cemetery was okay. I don't know about that monkey paw warning. And Shadow lost you. Like totally gone from the chat. Dang it. Okay. Yeah. I can bring it back from the dead, but you wouldn't like it. Correct. Okay, that was pretty scary. I did like that part. But he just doesn't push the scary buttons on me like apparently he touches on the majority of society. And let me see here. Yeah, we lost Shadow. Shadow got cut off. I don't know why. But yeah, I might be going out to do something for my birthday today. I'm not sure. I just know that I've got to sleep beforehand. Can't believe I woke up and did this at 5:30 in the morning. Okay, Shadow is back.
Sorry about that. I hit the wrong damn button
Okay.
on my tablet.
Thought you'd been abducted, man. The helicopter showed back up.
No, when I go into the chat to look at the chat, there's an X and then there's a back arrow. And if I hit the back arrow, it kicks me out. If I hit the X button, and I sometimes I just hit the wrong button.
Right.
It's been a long day.
Same.
Yeah, I've been up. About 15 hours, but 10 of them have been live streaming. So that's a killer.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
10
like
of my hours were driving.
Yeah,
there were snowstorms.
Yeah, that's a little. So well, I mean, it's different kind of tiring, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not comparing.
No.
We've both been busy doing stuff today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that has got me. That has covered everything I can talk about without starting to ramble. But yeah,
No, you picked up some good read material. I'm
Yes.
still working my way through the other book and other stuff that I have to do on a regular basis, which involves reading and.
Mm-hmm.
So,
oh yeah.
I wish I could actually, I've got a small stack of books that I want to read just for fun, and I keep getting sucked into YouTube land instead, and it's like, and when I try to read and listen at the same time, I only get one of them done, and it's not the one I want. Especially with things that happened earlier this week, nationwide. That got me kind of irritated.
Mm-hmm. Don't want to get into it. You don't want to get into it. It's silly now. It's just silly. But
well, I mean, it's so blatantly obvious what's going on. Yeah, it's just irritating. Irritating as hell.
Yeah.
But I did have a good interview this week with one of the game companies I'm working with, and that was fun.
Cool. I am going to try to get Shellhead Comics, the guy who did the comic books. I'm going to try to get all these authors on his interviews here on a Quantum Show. The Frank Bennett, he said he is interested, and the other two, they were like, "You want to interview me?" I was like, "Yeah." So, and I didn't tell them I was attracted to their booths because of quantum entanglement. I didn't tell them that. I kind of scope people out, and I'm worried about being mistaken. So I go and I talk to them to make sure they're not bullshitting. They're like, "Oh, well, I wanted to make this comic so I can make $1 million and get bought out by Marvel." Well, I don't want to talk to you then. That's great.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah.
That you're doing it from the wrong reasons. These guys, they were doing it for the right reasons. I could feel it. And they were not selling me their books because honestly, when I go up there, I defang their sales pitches by buying what they got. And I'm like, I'm going to buy this. Now talk to me. Let's pay. Now talk to me. And they're like, oh, well, I don't have to talk to you. So now I want to. And that, it works wonders. If you go and you not undercut, but if you defang them on their sales pitch, they don't have a sales pitch anymore. They won by like default because of being enthusiastic. And that improves their communication to what's really going on with their story writing. And I do many interviews. So where do you get your inspiration? And this is a good idea. I really have never heard Mary Shelley's Frankenstein taken into Nazi Germany. That's awesome. I love that idea. And
Actually, I have. I'm trying to think of where though. I think it was the movie Doom Trooper.
maybe. I don't know. I don't know that movie, but I've never heard of that. And that was like, and it's comic books. I like comic books.
Yeah, this was a cheesy, movie that was not the Mutant Chronicles Doom Trooper type movie, but it was like a Nazi Germany,
Yeah.
Secret project sort of thing. And this is a long time ago, but it was pretty hokey.
Yeah. A lot of those movies are hokey. But Samantha's in there saying, I said thank you for telling me happy birthday. You're welcome. I hope it's been an enjoyable birthday. All hour and 35 has been very enjoyable so far. All 2 hours and 35 minutes has been extremely enjoyable.
And then you're gonna spend a huge portion of it in a coma.
Yep. And I'm gonna go out to I think I'm gonna go to my sister's place, or they're gonna tell me to go somewhere and meet them. So I don't know. It's cool either way.
It's birthday, hell yeah! It's what, Sunday, so you got the day off, right?
I took today off. I traded a day today to be off today. I would be going to work, but I'm like, you know what? All y'all women in the office get to take your birthdays off. I want my birthday off. Equality, eat it. Yeah, it's not very,
Get it while you can, man.
yeah. The manager does not think like that. The manager says, "You're a man." And I'm like, "Oh my god, dude, get with the now, okay? Live in the now." I don't want to get into it. He pisses me off just on a general level. So, but I was like, I want my birthday off. I'll trade. I don't care if I get paid or not. I don't want to be there that day. And I told them a month ago, and they made it happen. And they did some weirdness with the schedule, traded me around. I'm like, all right, fine, that's cool.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
If you think about it, from an employer's point of view, if the person's going to be so freaking distracted all day, because it is their birthday, you might as well just cut them loose that day. Otherwise, you're only getting half productivity, if that.
Yeah. And
if it's on a weekend, unless the entire corporate structure is based around weekends being a thing. Half the people you expect to come in aren't gonna anyways, especially if it's like retail or some sort of customer service, or it's gonna be massively busy, like Hobby Lobby. They're closed Sunday, which is a horrible business standpoint. I can only go there on the weekends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so if they were open Sundays, that would actually open up my ability to shop there 50%. But no, they want to be closed Sunday. I get it, for religious reasons. That's, noble and admirable. But, there's a whole lot of people that can only go shopping on the weekends. It wouldn't be hard to hire a bunch of people that don't have the same religious, convictions to, hold down the fort on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Just get those people that you trust. It's not like you need a ton of people stocking the floor on Sunday,
Right.
But having some cashiers there, and a couple people working the floor, would make them millions of dollars every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, and Sunday is typically a slow day at my work, so it was easy to get a trade. And I was like, if you're going to be mad at me, please don't fire me. Then, well, they can't fire me now.
Well, I mean, Saturday.
No, Sunday. Saturday, I'm normally off. My my first day of the work week is Sunday.
Oh, okay.
And I told him, I don't want to be here.
Because it's still Saturday here, and you were off Saturday. Okay.
Yeah. I'm off normally. Like today would be my normal off day. But tomorrow, when I wake up, it's going to be still Sunday. And I would normally be going in. So, but okay, reading the chat. Equity from L. Or let me back up a little bit. Samantha is, oh yeah, I got the earlier notification today. I put up a channel post about today's show. I think it worked.
I didn't see it. I was looking. I went to your channel the whole bit trying to find out what was going on. Because I didn't even do my show.
Oh, you didn't?
No, because my game ran late. My son was doing JROTC, and I wanted him on the show. But like 3 of my regular guests, one had sore throat. One, Hungar was in the hospital still, and he passed out early. And another guy, he told me last week he couldn't make it. So there was 4 of the 6 people weren't going to be able to make it, including my son. And my son and I were up late doing that Veterans Day marathon thing with Legion of Myth yesterday, and we had a lot of fun there. But we were up till 10 o'clock doing that, and Jack was supposed to get home at like 8, but come 9 o'clock, he still wasn't home, so I just didn't do my show. And then I was like, okay, you saw the message I sent you. Was like, hey, what time's your show start? And you didn't get back to me until, I don't know if you did. Well, no, because I didn't check Messenger. I just went and watched the Invasion of the Body Snatchers with Jack when he got home. And then as soon as it was over, I just, checked my YouTube feed, and you were on. I'm like, okay. So I missed, maybe an hour of your show. It's more like a half hour or so.
Yeah,
and I'm like, well,
long.
See if you're there. I saw Joe was there, and I hadn't seen James L most of the week, because where I usually see him, I don't know if you're still out there, James, but Fritz doing his show in the freaking morning is killing me, man. He does his show when I can't be there. He normally does this paint and chat stream during the late afternoon, and he's been doing it like 8 a.m., which is a totally different schedule for me, so I just couldn't be there to see him. See James. I could still, contact James on Discord, but I don't want to bug him and like draw him into, internet land if he's chilling with his girlfriend or doing some other, non-internet stuff. I hate doing that to people because,
right. Yeah, no guilt trips. No guilt trips here. If you can show up, great. If not, also great. That's Quantum.
No, it's just like when I start talking to James on Discord, I don't want to stop, but something makes me stop, and then I feel bad because I can't just keep talking, because I'd love to talk to you guys, all freaking day long. I wish I could call him on the freaking phone, or maybe I could use the internet to do like a Discord voice call type of thing. But then we just sit there and freaking talk for like all day, and his girlfriend would be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And then I couldn't chop firewood.
Yeah. Let me go over the chat a little bit. I'm trying not to miss messages anymore. Samantha.
Well, what you got to do is you got to click on them. You got to click on them so they show up on the screen.
Oh, yeah, but I don't want to interrupt you either.
Oh, no, but then I don't have to go back and forth. So I can read them.
Right. And I don't want to interrupt. I'm trying to keep up with the chat as they come in, as they're relevant as we're talking. That's all. I mean, it's hard
Yeah,
to
it's
do all that.
Oh, I know. That's why well, it helps me to put them up on the screen because then I can actually read them better because they're like a little bit larger font size.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like when you do that, I can read that better than if I go into the chat myself,
Right.
which I don't like to do because then I accidentally kick myself out of the freaking video, and that's lame.
Yeah.
I did that like 5 times today in the Pathfinder game I was in,
Mm.
and it was an 8-hour freaking game.
Yeah, that's why I kicked myself out of the show a couple times before, is because I hit back and I was like, great, here we go. Let's just read. And the show never stopped. I just wasn't there anymore. I'm like,
Yeah, I've done that a couple of times. I even once I ended the show without ending the show properly, and people were still in there, and I'm like, how come I can still hear them? But so I go back in and go, okay, now I'm clicking it up. I know of one guy who he thought he left the show, but he didn't, and it was still going like 18 hours later.
oops.
Yeah, well, it wasn't his show, but you know what I mean. He was still on. It was just kind of boomer mistakes.
Yeah. But we both had extremely long days. I'm glad you saw me on and came on, but
Yeah. It would have been a proper week, if I didn't get to hang out with you guys. I wish Joe didn't have to leave so early. I had a couple questions for him, but
yeah, well,
we'll do it next week.
he really
And
didn't leave early. I got started 3 hours late.
Yeah. But at least you got there,
Yeah.
and said hey to everybody, and
Man,
you know,
I was doing stuff on a quantum level over there. I was establishing my first non-human report. Love it. Now
I'm telling you, dude, just next time check out those things that I said. Try to have your phone ready.
Yeah.
Check the shoes, check the Adam's apple, check the hands, the feet, things like that. They'll tell you, whether you're looking at a male, female, or
a human
right.
at all.
I mean,
because I swear these three, they weren't human. The one at Kroger, not human. She's taller than the coolers, and I'm like, what? This is not Shaq. This is a human supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. And if I wish I could have seen that person, because certain details would present themselves to my frame of looking at things,
Yes.
as opposed to yours, and
Right.
I would not necessarily have a different or similar opinion, but I can visualize it, and I just keep thinking of the tall white aliens from who the hell was that? God, you know what I'm talking about, though, right?
I do.
The really tall ones,
Yes.
And then I would be looking at things like skin makeup as opposed to facial makeup and things like that, and
yeah, and it seems like this was, I don't know. I'm starting to ramble now, so thanks for coming by, dude. Thanks everybody in the chat for coming in and saying hi. But yeah, we both had really long days, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Got a lot done in a kind of a short time.
Almost 2 hours.
Yeah, not too bad after being boots on the ground today. I wasn't expecting to be boots on the ground, but I've always got my eyes open. And found some weird all abroad. Found some weird. I love that. I love it. And okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end the show. I'm starting to get punchy. starting to get punchy. And thanks like I said in the chat, thanks everybody for coming by. I missed everything today. I was abroad and it was fun. Not the snowstorm. That was not fun. But anyway,
Sounds like
yeah, it was interesting for sure. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. I've reached almost 2 hours, or I think I don't even know when did I. Yep, 1 hour 55 minutes. Cool. And thanks everybody. I'm going to go ahead and end the show. I've said that like 4 times. I'm
have a great week,
tired.
everybody.
Have a good week.